I definitely will. I think the closer and closer we get to Saturday, the more and more I'll be able to tell. But right now, I feel like I'm itching it and getting closer and closer.
Have you been full go in practice?
Nah, I'm still no live reps. Still doing everything else, but nothing but live.
Do you think that'll continue through the
Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so.
How hard has that been to not have live reps and then roll in a stage like that?
It's hard because you might feel some of the rust at the beginning of the game, but I think as a basketball player, you just got to go in there and make plays and you trust your work.
Coach really appreciated you got improved.
Yeah, he definitely has. Every chance he can, he's telling me he's appreciative for me even to be out here because I feel nowadays somebody get an injury or something like that, they might try to sit down and call it done. But I know what I came here for was to try to have a shot at winning, and to be on the floor and to be doing that is what I wanted to do.
Hey, Silas, hello. How are you?
I'm good.
Just what's been the talk over the last couple of days? Obviously, with the roller coaster this has been, but also, the idea of Vegas and whoever saying that UConn are underdogs again. Despite everything you guys have done so far.
Yeah, I think it just takes us back to the non-con. I think a lot of those games we played in, we were the underdogs. So now it's like we got something else to play for. Although we already did, but now it's like more added motivation, more fuel, more fire for us to just go out there and prove everybody wrong.
How are the next couple of days going to help you guys prepare for playing in a stadium like this, just knowing that, home of the Colts, Indy?
I think us just being on that floor, just getting up and down, competing against one another, just imagining how it's going to be Saturday.
Silas, we see Coach animated on the sidelines. Much of a difference in practice and everyday life with Coach Early as it comes to Saturday?
I'll probably say it's probably 10 times worse or crazier because he's coaching us as hard as he can. He's coaching us through every mistake, through every little thing. So it's definitely even crazier in practice. But once you get in the game, you kind of understand why the game comes the way it does. He prepares us for every little thing.
Did you see the end last week after Red hit the shot and Hurley? What was your reaction to that? Y'all going back and watching that time?
That was crazy because in the moment I didn't really see him do it, but to see him do it after watching all the different angles and stuff, it was definitely kind of crazy. We watched it back as a team last night, even looking at it and just breaking down every part.
Silas, what's the difference in the team since the game against Illinois in December?
I think defensively, we've gotten a lot better. I think as a team, we've had each other's back when we needed to. And then I think rebounding we've been getting better at that every week. I feel like throughout the whole season, that's kind of been our Achilles heel, giving up extra offensive rebounds. But I think as the season went on, we started defending better and rebounding better.
You played in the SEC, right? How did that help you be a better basketball player and make the transition to UConn?
It helped me a lot just by playing against older guys. The conference, you got good teams every night. It's a rugged conference sometimes. You might get called, sometimes you might not. So I feel like it prepared me best by just going into every game knowing that you might not play the game you want to, but you got to put your best foot forward.
Silas, how many times have you watched the shot?
I don't even know. I can't even count. I watched it probably a million times. Every time I see it on my socials, I kind of watch it back.
Can you give us the call?
All I remember is just him taking that shot and then just watching it. I feel like everything just slowed down. It was kind of like a movie. I'm watching the shot gaze and then it went in. I didn't even know what to do.
And then what makes UConn made for March? You guys, when this team, not just this team, but this program makes it to the Final Four, they've come away with the trophy 6 of the 7 times, and now we're here for an 8th. What makes them made for March?
I think just having a close group of guys, and then I feel like we're always undervalued, and other teams they might say are better than us on paper, but I feel like once you're on the court with us, now you got to prove to us that you're better than us. So I think us just always, like you said, being the underdogs, I think we always got something to play for and always something to prove.
Can't coach out.
Yeah, definitely.
Silas, what's the biggest challenge for you playing against Illinois? The biggest challenge for you playing against Illinois?
I think their size. I think they have a lot of size and they have a lot of experience. I think they run a different type of offense with the European style guys. You have Merkovich bringing the ball up a lot. He receives some of those ball screens. So I think just them being able to have that different type of offense and them being an explosive offense is another thing.
Silas, what do you say to the team when they're down 19 points or any game when you're down a lot of points? What's said in the huddle amongst your teammates?
Just stay in the fight, stay in the war. I think last game our biggest thing was, win every war by 3, and I think we thought about that. We was always talking about being connected throughout every timeout, every dead ball. So us just being connected and trying to win every war.
Thank you, Silas. Good luck to you now.